The transfer window brings hype, hope, and sometimes complete disaster, from big names who couldn't deliver to young talents who just weren't ready. These are the top 10 worst signing of the 2024-25 season. So guys, let's break them down one by one in this video. The first one is İlkay Gündogan from Barcelona to Man City. The return of Gündogan to Man City felt like a safe move, but it quickly turned sour. Instead of bringing experience and calm to City's midfield, he looked a step slower in every match, struggling to keep up with the intensity and rotation. He's become more of a nostalgic piece than an actual contributor. For a team that thrives on energy and sharp transitions, Gundogan is simply not fit back in. Second, Jadon Sancho from Manchester United to Chelsea. So Sancho's move to Chelsea was supported to revive his career after a rocky spell at United. But instead, it's been a déjà vu. He looks lost, disconnected from Chelsea's tactics, and his confidence seems at rock bottom. With every match, it's becoming clearer. Sancho might never find his rhythm in England. Another season, another disappointing chapter. Third, Alvaro Morata from Atletico Madrid to AC Milan. You would think Morata's fifth shot at redemption would finally click, but no. His move to Milan has been riddled with missed sitters, questionable decisions, and of course a complete lack of chemistry with the attack. The Spanish striker remains consistent at being inconsistent. So Milan needed a reliable goal scorer, and instead they got a passenger. Fourth, Federico Chiesa from Juventus to Liverpool. Chiesa was brought in to add flair and explosiveness to Liverpool's front line, but what fans got was an out-of-sync, injury-prone winger who hasn't looked like himself. Whether it's the physicality of the Premier League or just a bad fit in Arne Slot's system, he's failed to make any real impact. So far, this transfer feels like a major misstep for both sides. 5. Lenioro from Lille to Manchester United. There was serious buzz around Lenioro when United snapped him up from Lille, but the jump from League One to the Premier League has exposed just how raw he is. He's been shaky in duels, poor in reading danger, and often looks overwhelmed by the speed of play. He struggled also with injuries, so a long-term investment, but this season it's been a liability more than a breakthrough. 6. Raheem Sterling from Chelsea to Arsenal. Sterling's move to Arsenal was unexpected, and sadly so was his lack of impact. He's lost his explosiveness. His end product is almost non-existent, and he just hasn't clicked in Arteta's system. Whether it's a decline or just a poor tactical fit, Arsenal fans are scratching their heads, and Chelsea, for once, might be the side that made the right call by letting him go. 7. Niklas Fulkrug from Borussia Dortmund to West Ham United. Fulkrug was seen as the physical striker West Ham needed. Strong, experienced, and direct. But the Premier League, has exposed his limitations. He's been sluggish, wasteful, and rarely involved in build-up play. For a team like West Ham that thrives on counter-attacks and energy, Fulkrug's style just doesn't work. 8. Joao Felix from Atletico Madrid to Chelsea. Joao Felix's latest chapter at Chelsea has followed the same script. bright moments in meaningless situations followed by long spells of invisibility. He still hasn't adapted to the demands of the Premier League, and his decision making continues to frustrate fans and coaches alike. So it's clear now, the talent is there, but the fit never is. The 9th player will be Douglas Luiz from Aston Villa to Juventus. This was supposed to be a midfield reinforcement for Juventus, but Douglas Luiz hasn't lived up to the billing. He's struggled to impose himself in Serie A, looks uncomfortable in Thiago Motta's slow-paced build-up, and has been outshined by other midfielders. From Premier League powerhouse to Serie A bench warmer, it's not been a good look. And the final player is Yoshua Xerxi from Bologna to Manchester United. Zirkzee was one of Serie A's most exciting young forwards last season. But at Manchester United, he's looked out of his depth. He's barely getting minutes, and when he does, there is no spark. It's not entirely his fault. United's chaos doesn't help, of course, too. But for now, this move has stalled his progress badly. And guys, this is the end of our video, from veterans chasing one last dance to young stars who jumped too soon. These are the signings that just didn't work out. Who do you think has been the worst transfer of the season? Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Of course, like the video if you enjoyed it, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more football breakdowns. See you next. Goodbye.